And I thought the power wouldn't come back to me, but it did. And so he started becoming a real medicine man, really curing people with whooping cough and that kind of thing. And this weird thing happened when I came home in 1889, 178. The news came to the Oglalas first. And it came to us from the Shoshones, as I told you. The Oglalas are a band of the Sioux, and the Arapahoes. The news was that out yonder in the west, California, at a place near the great mountains, Sierra Nevada, I guess he wasn't a Shoshone, he was a Paiute, according to this. A sacred man among the Paiutes had talked to the Great Spirit in a vision. So here's more of the visionary side. The Great Vision Spirit told him, 178, how to save the Indian peoples and make the Wasichus disappear and bring back all the bison and the people who were dead, and how they would be a new earth. So I think they're mixing Christian ideas and Judeo-Christian ideas, like Ezekiel, the rising of the bones, if you've read the Old Testament, or a new earth and a new heaven from Christianity. The missionaries had worked here together with their native beliefs and come up with this new presentation that they would dance the bones back to life. Dance not only the buffalo back to life, but also the ancestors. And so on. And this is the message of this medicine man. And look on page 179, Jack Wilson, his name is, not Jack Smith, Jack Wilson. And they called him, I think they called him Wanakia, sort of like Messiah, Wanakia. I can't write it on the board because I don't have anything to write with. Wanakia. No, his name was Wovoka. But he was, they saw the Wanakia, you see, in the sentence before that. His actual name was Wovoka, but he was called the Wanakia, which is like the Messiah. Okay, we all agree on that? Okay. Yeah, well, a lot of words here I could ask you. Wovoka, Wanakia, Wasichus, Jack Wilson. Anyway, before that, back on the previous page, he sent out his missionaries, his apostles, 3 apostles, Good Thunder, Brave Bear, and Yellow Breast, to see, we sent them there, rather, not him to us, to see this sacred man. We sent them over to see what they thought of him. And they made a long journey, and then they came home with wonderful things to tell. And I didn't yet believe what they were talking about, but I thought maybe it was the despair that was talking. But these men were all good men. And they said they traveled far until they came to a great valley. My footnote, I guess yours too, says Mason Valley, Nevada, wherever that is. I guess it's probably near where Hangar 20-something is these days. What's that hangar that all the flying saucers land at in Nevada?
Area 51.
What?
Area 51.
Yeah, Area 51, right. I guess it's near Area 51 or something like that. Well, if you're not flying saucer buff, you wouldn't understand that. But most people know about Area 51. It's Hangar 20, Area 51. Yeah. Anyway, so Mason Valley, Nevada, near the Great Mountains, before the big water, Pacific Ocean, and they saw the Wanakia, the man who makes live, the one who makes live, the resurrector, I guess, the Wanakia. And the Wasichus called him Jack Wilson. Maybe they got Wilson from Wovoka or from Wanakia, I don't know which. And he said there was another world coming, like a cloud, and would come in a whirlwind out of the west and would crush everything, which was old and dying. And in that other world there was plenty of meat, just like the old times. And in that world all the dead Indians would be alive. And all the bison that had ever been killed would be roaming around again. Paradise world. And the sacred man gave sacred red paint, 2 eagle feathers to good thunder. They like the sacred red paint that's vivid for some reason. Now we're going to look at D.H. Lawrence next in Etruscan places, and there they paint the body red too. So they think of it as their red and splendid spiritual selves, their vivid life, he calls it. That's not coming from the West. The people must paint put it on their faces and dance a ghost dance. That the sacred man taught to good thunder, yellow-breasted and brave bear. Peter, Paul, and John. Oh no, Peter, Paul, and James, I guess, of the Wanakia movement, right? Good thunder, yellow-breasted and brave bear. If they did this, they could get into this other world. When it came, the Wasichus would not be able to get in. And they would all disappear. That's great religion, isn't it? It's really, it's very nice for people who lost their hope. But on the other hand, are getting back their hope a little bit like, if you like, the Elijah Muhammad material we were looking at for the Afro-American community. But I don't think Elijah Muhammad is nearly as successful as Wanakia. Wanakia really does move these Indians to tremendous lengths, so many are killed. Many are killed. And so he said to them, keep these eagle feathers, and my father will cause these to bring your people back to him. So he's the Son of God, like a Jesus figure if you want. And when I heard about the red paint, the eagle feathers, and the people, and the Great Spirit, it made me think hard. I had a great vision. And it was to bring the people back to the nation's hoop, the sacred circle. Maybe this sacred man had the same vision, he thinks, and it was going to come true, so the people would get back to the red road that he had in his dances earlier. And maybe it was not meant to do this myself, but if I helped with the power that was given me, the tree might bloom and the people might prosper. This was in my mind all winter. But I didn't know what vision the sacred man out there had seen. My father died in the first part of that winter from the bad sickness that the people had. Everything good was going away, and my younger brother and sister had died before I came home. Pretty bad. And now I was fatherless in this world, but I still had my mother. I was working in the store for the Wasichus so that I could get something for her to eat, and just kept on working and thinking about what Good Thunder and Yellow-Breasted and Brave Bear had said. And the people wanted to hear more about the sacred man and the new world that was coming. So Good Thunder and Yellow